Hey, I wanted to come out here today to do what I love to do and to share with the people of God or give more information to you about Christian narcissists and that they do exist and that they're very prevalent in the churches because they're also seeking whom they may devour. But we just want to give the men and women of God just a little bit of information about Christian narcissists, that they're real. But today we're going to be talking about Christian narcissists are pathological liars. I know, because in the Ten Commandments it says thou shalt not lie, right? But anyway, Christian narcissists are pathological liars. They like to lie for no reason. They lie to lie to lie. And when you're in a relationship with a Christian narcissist and all they do is lie, we all know that with liars in general, you can never have a productive relationship. You can never have a productive conversation because all they're doing to you is lying, so you never get anywhere. You feel like you're never getting anywhere. You're never coming to a common ground. You're never getting an understanding because all of it is just lies. Okay. And I went through, that season, and it got to the place that when this individual would begin to lie, I became nauseated at my stomach, and at that time I didn't know why, but now I know, and I'm learning, so I just want to share this. Of course, I was in a marriage of almost 36 years with a Christian narcissist, and in the beginning of this relationship, I didn't know that this person was a pathological liar, because remember, they portray as if they're a Christian, so they have their mask on, that they fear the Lord and all of that. So in the beginning, I trusted, because I'm like, you have no reason to lie. But because of who this person really is not, that's what keeps them afloat, is lies. That's what keeps making people feel sorry for them, and that they're the victim is because of lies. That's what makes people want to always help and get them out of trouble, because of their lies. But people really never know that. They don't know that this individual is lying. Okay. In my marriage, there was always a couple of places that he visited frequently, and of course he knew the word. Remember, I said on another scope that Christian narcissists, they learn the word. And that's one of the tools that they get to entrap people into their little demonic web, is I know the word. I don't live by the word, but I know the word. And so two places that this individual would always say that they were going to: Walmart and to the park. Walmart and to the park. Now, if you think about that, not too hard, those are very open places where a lot of people are coming and going. But the park, he would say he was going to study. And I trusted him. Walmart, I'm going to Walmart. And we'd be gone for hours. And come to find out down the road, those were two places that he used as meeting places. But I trusted him. You know, when you say you go to Walmart, you don't second guess. Okay. When you say you're going to the park to study the Word of God and get ready maybe to teach Sunday school, okay, I trust you. So come to find out that he wasn't being honest in that. And then just other things that he would say. I'm going with the brothers. We got a fellowship at the barbershop. Well, Why don't you take your son with you? Oh, no, well, I got excuses when he didn't want to take his son with him to a men's gathering at the barbershop. Okay? So, lies, 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 lies. So they lie to cover a lie, to cover a lie, to cover a lie. Okay? And we sit here and we think, what do you have to lie for? There's no reason to do all that lying. But because they're not even who we think they are. They really don't even exist. The person that we got into relationship with in the beginning was fake. They didn't exist. It was just a pretty face, okay, to make us think that they were really this good person, where underneath they was something totally the opposite, but that's who the real person was. A narcissist in general is a person that's hurting, that's been broken, that's been wounded. And so they create these guards or these walls to protect them. And so while creating these walls, they come up with this fake image, put themselves up high like they're up there with God, but they're really not. I hope this is making sense to some of the people. So really who they are is just a big lie. They don't even exist. They really don't even know how to love you, really, per se, because they don't know how to love themselves. Although in the beginning they play a very good game of love. They're doing for you. They're being there for you. They're spending time with you. But that's really just to reel you in. Reel you in. Reel you in. I remember in the beginning, I was given a bunch of promises. Brand new house. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And when reality clicked in, many of those things didn't come to pass. But the things that did come to pass happened on my credit. Happened off of my dime. Catch that. He didn't give me those things because he couldn't give me those things. But what did happen in my life, some of the promises that was made, it didn't happen because he was able to do it. It happened because I was at that stage in my life that it could happen. Credit was good. So get it? So in the beginning they will lie and they'll promise you a bunch of stuff. And they know that they can't give it to you, because they're not even in the position to do that. But because they know what you bring to the table when they reeled you in, and all of those things that they lied to you and promised you could possibly come to pass because of what you brought to the table. Not that they could stand on their own 2 feet and do it, because they can't. Okay? So they just be untruthful about everything. Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, that person really doesn't exist. And that was very mind-boggling for me when this chapter of my life closed. I thought, so I was married to someone or somebody that I thought was this individual, but really wasn't. So really that person didn't even exist. So what I was married to didn't even really exist. And so my marriage was all just a big lie. I was devastated when I really got to thinking about the entire picture. What I gave my heart to, what I gave my emotions to, what I gave my body to, what I gave my mind to was somebody that didn't exist, was just a liar. So I gave all my love, and this person couldn't even give it back to me. Because he wasn't even on my level. He doesn't exist. He's fictitious. He's a person of fiction. Wrap your mind around that. Christian narcissists are actors. Great pretenders. Liars. All while they walk around with the mask that they fear the Lord. All while they go through the motions at church, preaching and teaching and exalting. Crazy. But I went through that all. Now mind you, even when it comes to your finances, how many out there, you kind of have a good idea that something's not right. You may be connected with the Christian narcissist, but even when it comes to your finances, it's separate. Everything in your life is separate, but especially your finances. And so you're paying half of the bills, and that narcissist is paying, Christian narcissist is paying half of the bills. Well, if he's the man, he's supposed to be the provider. He's supposed to be making sure his house and family and all that is taken care of. Why are we having to pay half the bills? Listen to this. In my union, remember I said I was young. Not blaming anyone. I was just green and naive, but I feared the Lord even back then, even though I didn't really have a close, intimate relationship with Him. My foundation had been built, and I feared the Lord. And so if you got to talking about the Bible, God, even great men and women in my life that I had a great level of respect for, if they said something, I believed them. I didn't have any reason to question them. So early in the marriage, my ex came to me and said, Pastor so-and-so, and I won't give a name, said that we should keep things separate when it comes to our finances. And so that's when he came up with the brilliant idea, well, we'll just pay the bills, you pay this half and I'll pay that half. Well, because he used our pastor, which I had a great level of respect for, and didn't realize at that time that my ex was a very dishonest person or a liar, I didn't question. And I guess I could have went back to the pastor and said, you said that we need to keep things separate, and reason being is why? Or I should have asked him a question. If we're husband and wife, we're one. But young, naive, so I listened to him because he had no reason to, I didn't think he had a reason to lie, but because they have a hidden agenda, that's all they do is lie. They lie, they lie, they lie. But, so basically, for us to split the bills up, and for me to pay half and him to pay half, that meant the other half of his paycheck, he could do whatever pretty much he wanted to do. And that was to wine and dine, take women to different places, and on our dime. And so that's pretty much what he did. Down the road, after the chapter was closed, of course, everything starts to come out then, and there was records and receipts that he was taking women quite a few places, whining, dining them, taking money out of our household to be this other person, to be this real person who he was. And all I got was lies. So even when I would confront him about different things, Christian narcissists will flip it. They love to accuse you. They love to say it's your fault. They love confrontation. They love arguments. They like to make you feel lower than low. They like to make you feel bad for even bringing up something about them that they know that they're doing. Because remember, like I said, they're always the victim. So people are supposed to feel sorry for them. People aren't supposed to make them accountable. People aren't supposed to call out their wrongs in love and question them. One thing I also noticed too, that with Christian narcissists, they can turn their emotions on like a faucet. So you can come to them and tell them about what you've seen them doing, and they'll begin to cry, like they have remorse behind it. Okay? And just as soon as they get off the phone with you, they click back into that other person. So it's kind of like a person with schizo, with multiple personalities, if that sounds right. So in church, they have a personality. At home, they have another personality. When they're out living this other life, they have a personality. So they got a personality for every mask that they wear. And that's what kind of put people question in a spin, like, okay, no, they can't be that type of person. They're too nice. It's all a part of the acting. Great pretenders. Habitual liars. And I want you to know also that when you are connected with a Christian narcissist, you are being lied on. You are being lied on. Why? Because they always have to come out as the victim. So although you feel like in the relationship everything's going pretty decent, you know, we're having our problems or whatever like that, you're being lied on. You're being discussed in a negative light to somebody and someone. Why? Because if down the road the light ever comes on and you get to the place that you get tired and you decide I'm done, or you actually begin to see who this person really is and run for your life, they've already started setting up the story against you. So that if it does not work, or if it's that you run for your life because you find out who they are, but mind you, people still haven't, he's already painted you in a very dim light, like it's you. It's your fault. He wouldn't have acted like he would have acted if she or he wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have did this if she hadn't have done that. She. They never want to take blame. Never. And if they do it, it's just for a quick second. But they never want to make any change behind it. I hope this is making sense to someone out there. They are habitual liars. And when you're in church, you don't second guess your mate. Or you shouldn't have to. Or you don't trust them if they say that they're going to a brother gathering. Or they're going to Walmart. Or they're going to the library to study. I didn't think I had any reason to distrust them, but I did. And I'm pretty sure there was other places that he told me that he went. So when I look back over I'm like, wow. There was a lot of times he probably told me he was going certain places. And if he went to visit for 2 minutes, he was always over to his mom's house. I'm like, that was another place. He probably did go visit his mom, but after that he probably made some other visits too. And I never questioned that because I trusted him. Because I thought he was a God-fearing man of God. But because he really doesn't know God, and because of the brokenness and the pain and the hurt that's on the inside of him that he never got healing and deliverance for as a child, then he's grown up. He's grown up, but now he's still hurting. And he's still broken. And so what does a hurting, broken person do? They hurt and they break other people. And so that's pretty much what he tried to do to me. And to destroy me and all the other stuff. But it didn't work. And so I actually feel sorry for the next women that he connects with. Because it's going to start off good. But the real him is going to manifest. So I pray for them. And I pray for my ex that he has a God experience for real. That's all I have on today to say. But beware. Christian narcissists, you cannot... They're hard to take at their word. They're very hard to take at their word. And they will look you right in the face with a straight face and lie to you. And then they get to the place that they lie so much that they begin to believe their own lies. Because toward the end, you know, my ex would come to me and tell me stuff, and I'm like, that's a lie. I said, why are you making up all of this stuff about me? So I wanted to share that so to make you more aware of, if you feel that he's being dishonest with you, they're very dishonest because they're liars. And it shouldn't be that way. So it did make me question in the end. I gave you all of me. I gave you my heart, loving you, and thought it was going to be reciprocated. And I never really got that. You made me feel unlovable. You rejected me. And when I would tell you the things that would make me happy, you gave me empty promises. But you took those things that I asked that would make our relationship better and make me happy. You took those words out of my mouth. And you went across town and you gave it to other women. So, that's all that I have on today. The topic, Christian narcissists are pathological liars. It comes with their DNA. It comes with the control and manipulation. It comes with the pride. It comes with the lust. It comes with all of that that's on them. So, that's all I have on today. I hope something was said that turned on some light bulbs and that helped you along the way. Keep moving forward. If you see these signs, they're warnings. So don't throw them off like, oh no, this person loves me. They wouldn't. If they're broken and hurting, they don't even know how to love themselves. So they really don't even know how to love you. Even though it started off good in the beginning, I mean, they poured it on thick like, that was just all a play act to get you. But when they get you, you're going to find out who they really are. And unfortunately, no one else is really going to be able to see that person because they don't live with them. You'll only get to see that hateful side, demonic side, toxic side, dysfunctional side, sinister side. Because in their minds, you're not going anywhere. This person fears the Lord. They know that God hates divorces. She ain't going nowhere. She's going to sit here and continue to put up with all this craziness that I'm dealing to her. All this hurt, all this abuse, all this neglect, all this rejection, all this abandonment. She ain't going nowhere. Because she fears the Lord. I'm going to keep doing what I do. And she got to know that I don't really love her like that, because if I loved her, if a person loves a person, they wouldn't be unfaithful. They wouldn't run game on them. They wouldn't cheat. They wouldn't lie on them. They wouldn't tear them down to family and friends about negative things about them. or they wouldn't try and tear their credibility or name down. If a person loves you, they would never do those types of things. So if that's the type of treatment that you're getting, you have to ask yourself, does this person love me? Now, there is a difference. A person can love you but not be in love with you. So the question you need to ask is this person in love with me? And if they treat you those ways that I just mentioned, they can't be in love with you. They're just stringing you because they know that you're a good, God-fearing person. You bring things to the table. You make their fake image look good. So I just want to share all this information so you will know. I didn't know. You know, in the end, everybody else knew. But no one ever loved me really enough, I guess, to come and just tell me. So, because I never got that. I just want to share with women out there that this is the way that they play the game. This is the way they'll do you, and it'll be like they have no remorse. Even after they're caught. Even after you say, I'm gone, I can't do this anymore. Because they've been unfaithful to you, they already got 2 or 3 out here on the side. You're ready to fill that spot. Yep. Yep. Not something I heard, something I know. I had to go through that. But I don't have a sad story to sing. I'm glad I'm out of it. I don't have to deal with all that dysfunction, that toxic, that demonic stuff anymore. I don't have to worry about life being sucked out of me, my purpose being sucked out of me. None of that. That's somebody else's problem. So this one right here, we're going to keep it moving. And we're going to keep telling our story about what God brought me out of. Because I should have been dead. Should have been in a mental institution. All that emotional and psychological abuse. But God is a sustainer. He's a keeper. He's a protector. And He is the lover of my soul. So I sit here today excited about what God's going to do in and through me. And the process have already begun. But I share this so you'll know. You won't be sitting in there trying to figure it out while they got your head in a spin. I'm going to share this information. Take it, use it, share it with other people that you know that's in that same situation. And if anyone wants to contact me, feel free. Instant message me, Facebook me, and I'll definitely get back with you if you have any additional questions. Because I was in it for almost 36 years. So I got a little bit of history. I have a little bit of history about Christian narcissists. Okay? But get to the place that you love yourself enough that you don't sit there and take mental, emotional, physical, financial abuse from anyone. You deserve better than that. And I don't want you to feel that because you're sitting there and they're not loving. I'm not lovable. That's a lie. You were given to them. They just didn't know how to handle you because they're not even at your level. So they're not going to know how to love you. They're not. And there's nothing wrong with you. And no, you're not crazy. You're a special, precious daughter to the Lord, and He wants to see you be everything that He's called you to be and do. So on that, in closing, I just want to say, I pray the blessings of God remain upon each and every one of you guys. And until next time, I will be getting back out here to talk on some other things that Narcissist does and some of the things they take you through in their power struggle, you know, because they always kind of feel like they're ahead of you or they're better than you. And maybe that'll be the next topic about how they manipulate and control you as a power struggle to make you feel like you're beneath them and they're above you. That's a lie too. But that's just another game that they play. But maybe that'll be the next YouTube topic that I talk about. Blessings and the peace of God stay upon you. Till next time.